वन्दे सूर्यशशाङ्कवाहननयनं वन्दे मुकुन्दाप्रियं वन्दे भक्तजनाश्रयं च वरदं वन्दे शिवं शङ्करं शान्तं पद्मासनस्थं शशिधरमुक्तं पञ्चवक्त्रं त्रिनेत्रं शूलं वज्रं च खड्गं परशुभवेदं दक्षिणाङ्गे महान्तं नागं पाशं च घण्टादमरुकसहितं चाकुशं भामभागे नानालङ्कारयुक्तं स्फटिकमननिभं पार्वतीशं नमामि तामसदाशिवाय नमः ध्यानं समर्पयामि नमः ॐ नमः शिवाय नमः शम्भवे नमः शशिशेखराय नमः ॐ शम्भवे नमः रामसदाशिवाय नमः ॐ निधनपतये नमः निधनपतान्तकाय नमः ऊर्ध्वाय नमः ऊर्ध्वलिङ्गाय नमः हिरण्याय नमः हिरण्यलिङ्गाय नमः दिव्याय नमः दिव्यलिङ्गाय नमः स्वर्णाय नमः स्वर्णलिङ्गाय नमः आत्माय नमः आत्मलिङ्गाय नमः परमाय नमः
परमलिङ्गाय तत्सोमस्य सूर्यस्य सर्वङ्गस्थापयति पानिमन्त्रं पवित्रं सत्यो जातं प्रपद्यामि सत्योजाताय वै नमो नमः भवे भवेनाति भवेद्भवस्य मां भवो भवाय नमः वामदेवाय नमो ज्येष्ठाय नमो श्रेष्ठाय नमो रुद्राय नमः बलविकलनाय नमः बलप्रमतनाय नमः मनोन्मनाय नमः ओम अघोरेभ्योऽथ घोरेभ्यो अघोरघोरतरेभ्यः सर्वेभ्यो सर्वेभ्यो स्वरूपेभ्यः तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्र प्रचोदयात् ईशान सर्वविद्यानाम् ईशान सर्वभूतानां ब्रह्मधिपते ब्रह्मणोऽधिपते ब्रह्मा शिवो मे अस्तु सदा शिवोम् ॐ नमो भगवते रुद्राय ॐ नमस्ते रुद्रमन्यव उतोत इषवे नमः नमस्ते अस्तु धन्वने बाहुभ्यामुत ते नमः यात इषुः शिवतमा शिवं बभूव ते धनुः शिवाशरव्या यातवतया नो रुद्रमिडय या ते रुद्रशिवा तनूर्घोरा पापकाशिनी तया नस्तनुवाशन्तमया गिरिशन्ताभिचाकशीः यामिषुं गिरिशन्तहस्ते बिभर्षस्तवे शिवां गिरित्रतां कुरु माहि गुंसिः पुरुषं जगतं शिवेन वचसा त्वा गिरिचाच्छा वदामसि यथा न सर्वमिज्जगदयक्ष्मगुं सुमना असतम् अध्यवोचदधिवक्ता प्रथमो देव्योऽभिषगम् अहीगस्य सर्वान् जम्बयन् सर्वाश्च यातु धान्यहम् असौ यस्ताम्रो अरुण उत बभ्रुः सुमङ्गलः ये चैमागुं रुद्रा अभितो दिक्षु श्रुताः सहस्रशो वैशावं हेडईमहे असौ यो वसर्पति नीलग्रीवो विलोहितः उतैनं गोपा अदृशं न दृशं नुदहार्यः उतैनं विश्वाभूतानि सदृष्टो मृदयातिनः नमो अस्तु नीलग्रीवाय सहस्राक्षाय मीढुषे अथो ये अस्य सत्त्वानोऽहं तेभ्यो करन्नमः प्रमुञ्च धन्वनस्त्वमुभयोरात्नियोर्जां यास्य ते हस्त इषवः पराता भगवो वप अवतत्य धनुस्तवं सहस्राक्षसते शुधे निशील्य शल्यानामुखा शिवो नः सुमना भव विज्जं धनुः कपर्दिनो विशल्यो बाणवागुम् उत अनेशन्नस्येषव आभुरस्य निषङ्गतिः या ते हेतुर्मेधुष्टमहस्ते बभूव ते धनुः तयास्मान् विश्वतस्त्वामयक्ष्मया परिभुजं नमस्ते अस्त्वायुधायानातताय धृष्णवे उभाभ्यामुत ते नमो बाहुभ्यां तव धन्वने परिते धन्वनो हेतिरस्मान् वृणक्तु विश्वतः अथो य इषुधिस्तवारे अस्मन्निधेहितं शम्भवे नमः नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यम्बकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकालाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकण्ठाय मृत्युञ्जयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः नमो हिरण्यवाहवे सेनान्ये दिशां च पतये नमो नमो वृक्षेभ्यो हरिकेशेभ्यः पशूनां पतये नमो नमस्तस्मिञ्जराय त्विषीमते पथीनां पतये नमो नमो बभ्रुषाय विव्याधिनेन्नानां पतये नमो नमो हरिकेशायोपवीतने पुष्टानां पतये नमो नमो भवस्य हेत्ये जगतां पतये नमो नमो रुद्राय तथा विनिक्षेत्राणां पतये नमो नमः सूताय हन्त्याय वनानां पतये नमो नमो रोहिताय स्थपतये वृक्षाणां पतये नमो नमो मन्त्रिणे वाणिजाय कक्षाणां पतये नमो नमो भुवन्तये वार्यवस्कृतायोषधीनां पतये नमो नमः उच्चैर्घोषाय कृन्दयते पत्तीनां पतये नमो नमः कृष्णवीताय धावते सत्त्वनां पतये नमः नमः सहमानाय निव्याधिन आव्याधिनीनां पतये नमो नमः ककुभाय निषङ्गिणे एस्तेनानां पतये नमो नमो निषङ्गिण इषुधिमते तस्कराणां पतये नमो नमो वञ्चते परिवञ्चते स्थायूनां पतये नमो नमो निचेरवे परिचरायारण्यानां पतये नमो नमः श्रिकाविभ्यो जिघ्घागुंसभ्यो मुष्णतां पतये नमो नमो सिमभ्यो नक्तञ्चरभ्यः प्रकृतानां पतये नमो नमः उष्णीषिणी गिरिचराय कुलुञ्चानां पतये नमो नमः इषिमभ्यो धन्वाविभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः आतन्वानेभ्यः प्रतिदधानेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः आयच्छद्भ्यो विसृजद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमोऽस्यद्भ्यो विद्यद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमः आसीनेभ्यः शयानेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः स्वपद्भ्यो जागृभ्यश्च वो नमो नमस्तिष्ठद्भ्यो धावद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमः सभाभ्यः सभापतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो अश्वेभ्यो अश्वपतिभ्यश्च वो नमः नमः आव्याधिनीभ्यो विविध्यन्तीभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः उगणाभ्यस्त्रिगुंहतीभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो गृत्सेभ्यो गृत्सपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो व्रातेभ्यो व्रातपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो गणेभ्यो गणपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो विरूपेभ्यो विश्वरूपेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो महद्भ्यः क्षुल्लकेभ्यश्च वो नमो 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 रथेभ्यो रथेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो रथेभ्यो रथपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः सेनाभ्यः सेनानिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः क्षत्रुभ्यः सङ्गृहीतृभ्यश्च वो नमो नमस्तक्षद्भ्यो रथकारेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः कुलालेभ्यः कर्मारेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः पुञ्जिष्टेभ्यो निषादेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः इषुकृभ्यो धन्वकृभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो मृगयुभ्यः श्वनिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः शभ्यः स्वपतिभ्यश्च वो नमः नमो भवाय च रुद्राय च नमः सर्वाय च पशुपतये च नमो नीलग्रीवाय च शितिकण्ठाय च नमः कपर्दिने च व्युप्तकेशाय च नमः सहस्राक्षाय च शतधन्वने च नमो गिरिशाय च शितिविष्टाय च नमो मीढुष्टमाय चेषुमते च नमो ओह्रस्वाय च वामनाय च नमो बृहते च वर्षीयसे च नमो वृद्धाय च संवृध्वने च नमो अग्र्याय च प्रथमाय च नमः आशवे चाजिराय च नमः शीघ्रियाय च शीभ्याय च नमः ऊर्म्याय चावसान्याय च नमः स्रोतस्याय च द्वीप्याय च नमो ज्येष्ठाय च कनिष्ठाय च नमः पूर्वजाय चापरजाय च नमो मध्यमाय चापगल्भाय च नमो जघन्याय च बुद्धियाय च नमः श्रोभ्याय च प्रतिसर्याय च नमो याम्याय च क्षेम्याय च नमः उर्वव्याय च खल्याय च नमः श्लोक्याय चावसान्याय च नमो वन्याय च कक्ष्याय च नमः श्रवाय च प्रतिस्रवाय च नमः आशुषेणाय चासुरथाय च नमः शूराय चावभिन्नते च नमो वर्मिने च वरूथिने च नमो बिल्मिने च कवचिने च नमः श्रुताय च श्रुतसेनाय च नमो दुन्दुभ्याय च हनन्याय च नमो धृष्णवे च प्रमृषाय च नमो दूताय च प्रहिताय च नमो निशङ्किने चेषुधिमते च नमस्तीक्ष्णे शवे चायुधिने च नमः स्वायुधाय च सुधन्वने च नमः श्रुत्याय च पथ्याय च नमः काट्याय च नीप्याय च नमः सूद्याय च सरस्याय च नमो नाद्याय च वैसन्ताय च नमः कूप्याय चावट्याय च नमो वर्ष्याय चावर्ष्याय च नमो मेघ्याय च विद्युत्याय च नमः ईध्रियाय चातप्याय च नमो नमो वात्याय च रेश्मियाय च नमो वास्तव्याय च वास्तुपाय च नमः सोमाय च रुद्राय च नमस्ताम्राय चारुणाय च नमः शङ्गाय च पशुपतये च नमः उग्राय च भीमाय च नमो अग्रे वधाय दूरे वधाय च नमो हन्त्रे च हनीयसे च नमो वृक्षेभ्यो हरिकेशेभ्यो नमस्ताराय नमः शम्भवे च मयोभवे च नमः शङ्कराय च मयस्कराय च नमः शिवाय च शिवतराय च नमस्तीर्थ्याय च कूल्याय च नमः पार्याय च वार्याय च नमः प्रतरणाय चोत्तरणाय च नमः आतार्याय च लाद्याय च नमः शष्प्याय च फेन्याय च नमः सिकत्याय च प्रवाह्याय च नमः हिरण्याय च प्रपथ्याय च नमः किगुंशिलाय च क्षयनाय च नमः कपर्दिने च पुलस्तये च नमो गोष्ठ्याय च गृह्याय च नमस्तल्प्याय च गेह्याय च नमः काट्याय च गह्वरेष्ठाय च नमो हृदयाय च निवेश्प्याय च नमः पागुंसव्याय च रजस्याय च नमः शुष्क्याय च हरित्याय च नमो लोप्याय चोलप्याय च शुष्क्याय च हरित्याय च नमो लोप्याय चोलप्याय च नमः ऊर्व्याय च सूम्याय च नमः पर्ण्याय च पर्णशद्याय च नमोपकुर्मानाय चाभिघ्नते च नमो आखिदते च प्रखिदते च नमो वः किरिकेभ्यो देवानागं हृदयेभ्यो नमो विक्षीणकेभ्यो नमो विचिन्वत्केभ्यो नम आनिर्हतेभ्यो नम आमेवत्केभ्यः द्रापे अन्धसस्पते दरिद्रन्नीललोहितम् येषां पुरुषाणामेषां पशूनामाभेर्मा रोमो येषां किञ्चनाममत् या ते रुद्रशिवा तनु शिवा विश्वाः भेषजी शिवा रुद्रस्य भेषजी तया नो मृडजीवसे इमागुं रुद्राय तवसे कपर्दिने क्षयद्वीराय प्रभरामहे मतिं यथा नः समसद्विपदे चतुष्पदे विश्वं पुष्टं ग्रामे अस्मिन्ननातुरं प्रदानो रुद्रोतनो मयस्कृधी क्षयद्वीराय नमसा विधेमते यच्छञ्चयोश्च मनुरायजे पिता तदस्याम तव रुद्रप्रणीतो मानो महान्तमुतमानो अर्भकं मान उक्षन्तमुतमान उक्षितं मानो वधिः पितरं मोत मातरं प्रियामानस्तनुवो रुद्ररीरिषः मानस्तु केतनये मान आयुषि मानो गोषुं मानो अश्वेषुरीरिषः वीरार्मानो रुद्रभामिनो वधीर्हविष्वन्तो नमसा विधेमते आराते गोघ्न उत पूरुषघ्ने क्षयद्वीराय शं नमस्मे ते अस्तु रक्षा च नो अधि च देव ब्रूह्यधा च न शर्म यच्छ्वति बर्हा आह स्तुहि श्रुतं गर्तसदं युवानं मृगन्न भीममपहत्नुमुग्रं मृडाचरित्रे रुद्रस्तवानो अन्यन्ते अस्मिन्निव पन्तु सेनाः परिणो रुद्रस्य हेतिर्विनक्तुं परित्वेषस्य दुर्मतिरघायोः अवस्थिरा मगवर्भ्यस्तनुष्वमीढस्तोकाय तनयाय मृडयं मीढुष्टमशिवतमा शिवो नः सुमना भवं परमे वृक्ष आयुधन्निधाय कृत्यं वसानम् आचर पिनाकं बिभ्रदागहिं विकिरिदविलोहित नमस्ते अस्तु भगवहं यास्ते सहस्रगुं हेतयोन्यमस्मिन्निव पन्तु ताहं सहस्राणि सहस्रधा बाहुवोस्तव हेतयः तासामीशानो भगवः पराचीना मुखाकृधि सहस्राणि सहस्रशो ये रुद्रा अधिभूम्यां तेषागुं सहस्रयोजने वधन्वानि तन्मसि अस्मिन् महत्यर्णवे एन्तरिक्षे भवा अधि नीलग्रीवाशितिकण्ठा सर्वा अधः क्षमाचराः नीलग्रीवाशितिकण्ठादिवगुं रुद्रा उपसृताः ये वृक्षेषु सस्पिञ्जरा नीलग्रीवा विलोहिताः ये भूतानामधिपतयो विशिखासः कपर्दिनः ये अन्येषु विविध्यन्ति पात्रेषु पिबतो जनानां ये पथां पते रक्षय ऐलभृतां यव्युदहं ये तीर्थानि प्रचरन्ति श्रीगावन्तो निषङ्गिनः ययेतावन्तश्च भूयागुंसश्च दिशो रुद्रावितस्थिरे तेषागुं सहस्रयोजने वधन्वानि तन्मसि नमो रुद्रेभ्यो ये पृथिव्यां ये एन्तरिक्षे ये दिवि येषामन्नं वातो वर्षमिषवस्तेभ्यो दश प्राचीर्दश प्रदीचीर्दशोदीचीर्दशोर्ध्वास्तेभ्यो नमस्ते नो मृदयन्तु ते यं द्विष्मो यश्च नो द्वेष्टितं वोचं भेददामि त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् यो रुद्रो अग्नौ यो अप्सु य औषधीषु यो रुद्रो विश्वभुवना विवेश तस्मै रुद्राय नमो अस्तु तमुष्टुहि यस्विषु सुधन्वयो विश्वस्य क्षयति भेषजस्य यक्ष्वामहे सो मनसाय रुद्रं नमो भेर्देवमसुरं दुवस्य अयं मे हस्तु भगवान् अयं मे भगवत्तरः अयं मे विश्वभेषजो यगुं शिवाभिमर्शनः ये ते सहस्रमयुतं पाशमृत्याय हन्तवे तान् यज्ञस्य मायया सर्वानवयजामहे मृत्यवे स्वाहा मृत्यवे स्वाहा ॐ नमो भगवते रुद्राय विष्णवे मृत्युर्मे पाहि प्राणानां ग्रन्थिरसि रुद्रो मा विशान्तकः नमो रुद्राय विष्णवे मृत्युर्मे पाहि तेनान्येनाप्यायस्व सदा शिवोम् ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ओम् ॐ अग्ना विष्णु सजोषसेमा वर्धन्तु वाङ्गिरः द्युम्नेर्वाजेभिरागतं वाजश्च मे प्रसवश्च मे प्रयतिश्च मे प्रसितिश्च मे धीतिश्च मे कृतुश्च मे स्वरश्च मे श्लोकश्च मे श्रावश्च मे श्रुतिश्च मे ज्योतिश्च मे सुवश्च मे प्राणश्च मे पानश्च मे व्यानश्च मे सुश्च मे चित्तञ्च म आधीतञ्च मे वाक्च मे मनश्च मे चक्षुश्च मे श्रोत्रञ्च मे दक्षश्च मे बलञ्च म ओजश्च मे सहश्च म आयुश्च मे जरा च म आत्मा च मे तनुश्च मे शर्म च मे वर्म च मेऽङ्गानि च मे स्थानि च मे परुगुंसि च मे शरीराणि च मे ज्येष्ठ्यञ्च म आधिपत्यञ्च मे मन्युश्च मे भामश्च मे मश्च मे भश्च मे जेमा च मे महिमा च मे वरिमा च मे प्रथिमा च मे वर्ष्मा च मे द्राघुया च मे वृद्धञ्च मे वृद्धिश्च मे सत्यञ्च मे श्रद्धा च मे जगच्च मे धनञ्च मे वशश्च मे त्विषिश्च मे क्रीडा च मे मोदश्च मे जातञ्च मे जनिष्यमानञ्च मे सूक्तञ्च मे सुकृतञ्च मे वित्तञ्च मे वेद्यञ्च मे भूतञ्च मे भविष्यच्च मे सुगञ्च मे सुपथञ्च म ऋद्धञ्च म ऋद्धिश्च मे क्लप्तञ्च मे क्लप्तिश्च मे मतिश्च मे सुमतिश्च मे शञ्च मे मयश्च मे प्रियञ्च मे नुकामश्च मे कामश्च मे सौमनसश्च मे भद्रञ्च मे श्रेयश्च मे वस्यश्च मे यशश्च मे भगश्च मे द्रविणञ्च मे यन्ता च मे धर्ता च मे क्षेमश्च मे धृतिश्च मे विश्वञ्च मे महश्च मे संविच्च मे ज्ञात्रं च मे सूश्च मे प्रसूश्च मे सीरञ्च मे लयश्च मरुतञ्च मे मृतञ्च मे यक्ष्मं च मे नामयच्च मे जीवातुश्च मे दीर्घायुत्वञ्च मे न मित्रञ्च मे भयञ्च मे सुगञ्च मे शयनञ्च मे सूषा च मे सुदिनञ्च मे ऊर्च मे सूनृता च मे पयश्च मे रसश्च मे घृतञ्च मे मधु च मे सग्धिश्च मे सपीतिश्च मे कृशिश्च मे वृष्टिश्च मे जैत्रञ्च म औभिध्यञ्च मे रयश्च मे रायश्च मे पुष्टञ्च मे पुष्टिश्च मे विभुच मे प्रभुच मे बहुच मे भूयश्च मे पूर्णञ्च मे पूर्णतरञ्च मे क्षितिश्च मे कूयवाश्च मे नञ्च मे क्षुच्च मे व्रीहयश्च मे यवाश्च मे माशाश्च मे तिलाश्च मे मृगाश्च मे खल्वाश्च मे गोधूमाश्च मे मसुराश्च मे प्रियङ्गवश्च मे नवश्च मे श्यामाकाश्च मे नीवाराश्च मे अस्मा च मे मृत्तिका च मे गिरयश्च मे पर्वताश्च मे सकताश्च मे वनस्पतयश्च मे हिरण्यञ्च मे यश्च मे सीसञ्च मे त्रिपुश्च मे श्यामञ्च मे लोहञ्च मे अग्निश्च म आपश्च मे वीरुधश्च म औषधयश्च मे कृष्टपच्यञ्च मे कृष्टपच्यञ्च मे ग्राम्याश्च मे पशव आरण्याश्च यज्ञेन कल्पन्तां वित्तञ्च मे वित्तिश्च मे भूतञ्च मे भूतिश्च मे वसु च मे वसतिश्च मे कर्म च मे शक्तिश्च मेऽर्थश्च म एमश्च म इतिश्च मे गतिश्च मे अग्निश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे सोमश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे सविता च म इन्द्रश्च मे सरस्वती च म इन्द्रश्च मे पूषा च म इन्द्रश्च मे बृहस्पतिश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे मित्रश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे वरुणश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे त्वष्टा च म इन्द्रश्च मे धाता च म इन्द्रश्च मे विष्णुश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे श्विनो च म इन्द्रश्च मे मरुतश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे विश्वे च मे देवा इन्द्रश्च मे पृथिवी च म इन्द्रश्च मे तरिक्षं च म इन्द्रश्च मे द्यौश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे दिशश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे मूर्धा च म इन्द्रश्च मे प्रजापतिश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे अगुंशुश्च मे रश्मिंश्च मेदा आभ्यश्च मेऽधिपतिश्च म उपागुंशुश्च मेऽन्तर्यामश्च ऐन्द्रवायवश्च मे मेत्रावरुणश्च मे आश्विनश्च मे प्रतिप्रस्थानश्च मे शुक्रश्च मे मन्थी च म आग्रयणश्च मे वैश्वदेवश्च मे ध्रुवश्च मे वैश्वानरश्च मे ऋतग्राह्याश्च मे मेतिग्राह्याश्च मे ऐन्द्राग्नश्च मे वैश्वदेवश्च मे मरुत्वदीयाश्च मे माहेन्द्रश्च मे आदित्यश्च मे सावित्रश्च मे सारस्वतश्च मे पौष्णश्च मे पात्नीवतश्च मे हारियोजनश्च मे इद्मश्च मे बर्हिश्च मे वेदश्च मे धिष्णियाश्च मे श्रुचश्च मे चमसाश्च मे ग्रावानश्च मे स्वर्वश्च मे उपर्वाश्च मे धिषवने च मे द्रोणकलशश्च मे वायव्यानि च मे पूतभृच्च म आधवनीयश्च म आग्नेयीध्रञ्च मे अविद्धानञ्च मे ग्रहाश्च मे सग्धिश्च मे सदश्च मे पुरोडासाश्च मे पचताश्च मे वभुतश्च मे स्वगाकारश्च मे अग्निश्च मे घर्मश्च मेर्कश्च मे सूर्यश्च मे प्राणश्च मेऽश्वमेधश्च मे पृथिवी च मे दितिश्च मे द्यौश्च मे शक्वरीरङ्गुलयो दिशश्च मे यज्ञेन कल्पन्तामृक् च मे साम च मे स्तोमश्च मे यजुश्च मे दीक्षा च मे तपश्च मे ऋतुश्च मे व्रतञ्च होरात्रयोर्वृष्ट्या बृहद्रथन्तरे च मे यज्ञेन कल्पेताम् ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ओम् गर्भाश्च मे वत्साश्च मे त्रियवश्च मे त्रिवीश्च मे दित्यवाच मे दित्यौही च मे पञ्चाविश्च मे पञ्चावी च मे त्रियविश्च मे त्रिवत्सा च मे तुर्यवाच मे तुर्यौही च मे पष्टवा च मे पष्टौही च म उक्षा च मे वसा च म ऋषभश्च मे वेहच्च मे ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ धूपमाग्रापयामि नमः वनस्पतिरसो भूतो गन्धाद्यो गन्धोत्तमम् आग्रः सर्वदेवानां धूपोऽयं प्रतिगृह्यतां धूपमाग्रापयामि नमः दीपं दर्शयामि नमः ॐ नमः शिवाय शम्भवे नमः धूपं समर्पयामि नमः दीपं समर्पयामि साजन्त्रवर्ति संयुक्तं वह्नायोजितं मयं दीपं गृहाण देवेश त्रैलोक्यतिमिरापहं दीपं समर्पयामि नमः दीपदर्शयामि नमः ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धना मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् ॐ नमः शिवाय दीपं समर्पयामि नमः नैवेदयामि नमः ॐ कर्पूरराजनज्योतिः समर्पयामि ताम्बूलफलं समर्पयामि नमः ॐ यानि कानि च पापानि जन्मान्तरकृतानि च तानि सर्वाणि नश्यन्तु प्रदक्षिणां पदे पदे कलिगद्भादिसम्भूतं कर्पूरां च प्रदीपितम् आराधिक्यमहं कुर्वे पश्य मे वरदो भवं कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि कर्पूरनाशनज्योतिः समर्पयामि नमः ॐ शम्भवे नमः ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यम्बकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकालाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकण्ठाय मृत्युञ्जयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः श्रीमापति महादेव की जय ॐ गिरिजावती सहचरा प्राणाशरीरं गृहो पूजां ते विषयो बभूकर्चना निध्यास्तमाभ्यस्तते परयो स्तोत्रादि सर्वगिरा तत्तदखिलं सम्भोदरम् चरणकृतं वा कायजं कर्मजं वा श्रवणनयनजं वा मानसं वा पराधं विहितं विहितं वा सर्वमेतत्क्षमस्व जय जय करुणाधे श्रीमहादेव शम्भो नाधे श्रीमहादेव शम्भो महादेव की जय
And then one year followed by Sri Suktam, Medha Suktam. I'm going to go around and do my Archana. Chant it on the mic.
ॐ जातवेदसे सुनवामा सोममराति यतो निरहा निवेदः सन्नः परशतति दुर्गानि विश्वा नावैव सिन्धुं दुरिता अति अग्निः तामग्निवर्णां तपसा ज्वलन्तीं शोचनीं कर्मफलेषु दृष्टां दुर्गां देवीं शरणमहं प्रपद्ये सुतरसे नमः अग्ने त्वां पारयानव्यो मान् स्वस्तिभिरिति दुर्गानि विश्वा पुष्पपितवे बहुलान उर्वे भवातोकायतनया यशम्योः विश्वानि नो दुर्गः जातवेदसिन्धुन्दनावा दुरिता अत्यापति अग्ने अत्रिवन्मनसा गृणानो अस्माकं बोध्यवितादनूनां पृतनाजितगुं सहमानमग्निम् अग्ने हुवेमास्तदस्ता सन्नः परशतति दुर्गानि विश्वा देवो दुरिताति तामग्निवर्णां तपसा ज्वलन्तीं वैरोचनीं कर्मफलेषु दृष्टां
दुर्गां देवीं शरणमहं प्रपद्ये
सुतरसितरसे नमः अग्ने त्वां पारयानव्यो अस्मान् स्वस्तिभिरित्यति दुर्गानि विश्वा शंसपितवे बहुलान उर्वे भवातोकायतनया यशं योः विश्वानि नो दुर्गः जातवेदसिन्धुन्दनावा दुरिता अतिपरसिः अग्ने अत्रिवन्मनसा गृणानो अस्माकं बोध्यवितातनूनां पृतनाजितगुं सहमानमुग्रिम् अग्ने हुवेमा परमासिरस्ता शरति दुर्गानि विश्वा श्यामद्देवो दुरिता प्रत्नोषीखमिद्यो अध्वरेषु सना च होता न च सत्सि स्वाञ्च अग्ने तन्वं विप्रयस्य स्मभ्यं च जुष्टमयुजो निषिक्तं तावेन्द्रो वरनिशं चरेमः नाकष्टपृष्ठमविसंवसानं वैष्णवीं लोक इहमादयन्तं कात्यायनाय विद्महे कन्याकुमारी च धीमहि तन्नो दुर्गे प्रचोदयात्
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ हिरण्यवर्णां हरिणीं सुवर्णरजतस्य जां चन्द्रां हिरण्मयीं लक्ष्मीं जातवेदो मा आवह ताग्मा आवह जातवेदो लक्ष्मीमर्पगामिनीं यस्यां हिरण्यं विन्देयं गामश्वं पुरुषानहम् अश्वपूर्वार्तमध्यां हस्तीनादप्रमोदिनीं श्रियं देवीमुपह्वये शीर्मा देवी जुषतां कां स्वस्मितां हिरण्यप्राकारामाद्रां ज्वलन्तीं तृप्त्यां तर्पयन्तीं पद्मे स्थितां पद्मवर्णां तामिहोपह्वये श्रियं चन्द्रां प्रभासाय शसा ज्वलन्तीं श्रियं लोके देवजुष्टामुदारां तां पद्मिनीं शरणमहं प्रपद्ये अलक्ष्मीर्मे नश्यतां त्वां वृणीम् आदित्यवर्णो तपसोऽधिजातो वनस्पतिस्थव वृक्षोतिभिल्वहं तस्य फलानि तपसानुदन्तु मायान्तराह्यास्य बाह्या अलक्ष्मीः उपैतु मां देवसकः कीर्तिश्च मुनिना सह प्रादुर्भूतोऽस्मि राष्ट्रे कीर्तिमृदं दधातु मे षट्पिपासामलां ज्येष्ठामलक्ष्मीं नाशनाम्यहम् अभूतिम् अस्मृतं च सर्वानिर्दद मे गृहात् गन्धद्वारां दुरां दर्शा नित्यपुष्टां करीशनीम् ईश्वरीगुं सर्वभूतानां तामिहोपह्वये श्रियं मनसः काममापूर्तिं वाचः सत्यमश्रीमहि पशूनां रूपमन्त्रस्य मयि श्रीश्रयतां यशः कर्दमेन प्रजाभूता मयि सम्भवकर्दमं श्रियं वासय मे कुले मातरं पद्ममालिनीम् आपस्सृजन्तु स्निग्धानि चक्री तव समे गृहे निच देवी मातरं श्रियं वासय मे कुले आद्रां पुष्करिणीं पुष्टिं शुक्लां पद्ममालिनीं चन्द्रां हिरण्मयीं लक्ष्मीं जातवेदो म आवहम् आद्रां यः करणीं यष्टिं सुवर्णां हेममालिनीं सूर्यां हिरण्मयीं लक्ष्मीं जातवेदो म आवह तां मा आवह जातवेदो लक्ष्मीमर्पगामिनीं यस्यां हिरण्यं प्रभूतं गावो दास्योश्वान् विन्देयं पुरुषानहं यः शुचिः प्रयतो भूत्वा जुष्यादाजमन्वहं सूक्तं पञ्चदर्शनं श्रीकामा सततं जपेत् ॐ यश्चन्दसाम वृषभो विश्वरूपः चन्द्रोभ्यो धर्मितात् सम्बभूवः समेन्द्रो मेद्रया आस्पृणोतु अमृतस्य देवाधारणो भूयासं शरीरं मे विचर्षणं जिह्वा मे मधुमत्तमां कर्णाभ्यां भूरिविक्षुवं ब्रह्मणः कोशोऽसि मेधया पीतः श्रुतं मे गोपाय ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ मेधां देवी जुषमानां न आगादिष्वाचि भद्रा सुमनस्य मानां त्वया जुष्टानुदमानां दुरुक्तां बृहद्दते विदधि सुवीराहं त्वया जुष्टा ऋषिर्भवति देवी त्वया ब्रह्मा कथक्षीरिदत्वयं त्वया जुष्टस्थित्रं विन्दते वसुसानो दृशश्रधविनो द्रविनो न मेधे मेधाम इन्द्रो दधातु मेधां देवी सरस्वतीं मेधामि अश्विनावुवावा दतां पुष्करासृजाम् अप्सरासु च या मेधा गन्धर्वेषु शयन्मनः देवी मेधा सरस्वती सा मां सुरभिर्जुषता स्वाहा आमा मेधा सुरभिर्विश्वरूप हिरण्यवर्णां चकती जगम्याम् ऊर्जस्वती पयसा पिन्वमाना सा मा मेधा सुप्रतीका जुषं च मयि मेधा मयि प्रजा मयि अग्निस्तेजो दधातु मयि मेधा मयि प्रजा मयि इन्द्रियं दधातु मयि मेधा मयि प्रजा मयि सूर्यो व्राजो दधातु ॐ महादिव्ये च विद्महे ब्रह्मपत्नी च धीमहि तन्नो वाणी प्रचोदयात् ॐ हंसाय विद्महे परमहंसाय धीमहि तन्नो हंसः प्रचोदयात् ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ स पुरुषः सहस्राक्ष सहस्रपात् स भूमिं विश्वतो वृत्वा अत्यतिष्ठदशाङ्गुलं पुरुषः एवेदगं सर्वं यद्भूतं यच्च भव्यं उतावृतत्वशेषानः यदन्नेन तिरोहति एतावानस्य महिमा अतो जायांश पुरुषः पादोऽस्य विश्वभूतानि त्रिपादस्यामृतं दिवि त्रिपादूर्ध्वा उदय पुरुषः पादोऽस्येह भवत्पुनः ततो विश्वं व्यक्रामत शासनानशनेऽभि तस्माद्विरादजायत विराजो अधिपुरुषः सज्जातो अच्छरिच्यता पश्चाद्भूमिमतो पुरः यत्पुरुषेण हविषाः देवा यज्ञवतन्वतं वसन्तो अस्य सीदाजं ग्रीष्म इद्म शरद्धविः सप्तास्यासन् परिदयः त्रिः सप्तासमेधः कृताः देवा यज्ञगं तं वानः अबध्ननं पुरुषं पशुं तं यज्ञं बहिषि प्रोक्षन् पुरुषं जातमग्रुतः तेन देवा अयाचन्त साध्यार्षयश्च ये तस्मादिगात् सर्वहुतः संवृतं पुरुषदाजं पशुंस्थां चक्रे वारव्यान् आरण्याग्राम्याश्रये तस्मादिगात् सर्वहुतः ऋक्षः सामायिजगिरे छन्दागंसि जगिरे तस्मातिजुस्तस्मादजायतं तस्मादश्व अजायन्त ये केचो भयादतः गावो हजगिरे तस्मा जाता अजावयः यत्पुरुषं व्यदधुः कतिधा व्यकल्पयं मुखं किमस्य कौ बाहु का उरुपादापुच्यते ब्राह्मणो अस्य मुखमासीत् बाहुरुराजन्यकृतः उरुततस्व यद्वैष पभ्यां शुद्रो जायत चन्द्रमा मनसो जातश्चक्षुः सूर्यो जायत मुखादन्दृष्ट अग्निश्च प्राणाद्वायुर्जायत नाभ्या आसीरन्तरिक्षागुं शीष्णोऽध्यौ समवर्तत पद्भ्यां भूमिर्जुषः श्रोतार्थथा लोकान् कल्पयन् वेदामहेतं पुरुषा महान्तम् आदित्यवर्णं तमसस्तु पारे सर्वाणि रूपाणि विचित्रधीरः नामानि कृत्वाभिवदन्यधास्ते धाता पुरस्तादमुदा जहार चक्रप्रविद्वान् धर्मतस्य तस्यहं तमेवं विद्वान् मृत एव भवति नान्यपन्थाय अयनाय विद्यते यज्ञेन यज्ञमयजन्त देवाः स्थानि धर्माणि प्रथमन्यासन ते हनाकं महिमानः सचन्त यत्र पूर्वे साध्यः सन्ति देवः ॐ नमो नारायणाय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ प्रेम से बोलो श्री उमापति महादेव की जय श्री भवानी शंकर भगवान की जय
बोले गणपति भगवान की जय। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम। वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। गजाननं भूतगणादिसेवितं कपित्तजम्बोफलचारुभक्षणम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारकं नमामि विघ्नेश्वरपादपङ्कजम्। जय 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 गणनायक जय जय विघ्न विनाशक जय 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 गजवदना गौरी नंदन गंगाधर शिव शंभो नंदन गंगाधर शिव शंभो नंदन जय 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 गणनायक जय 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 गणनायक जय जय विघ्न विनाशक ओ हे शुभ मंगलदायक विद्या बुद्धि प्रदायक हे शुभ मंगलदायक विद्या प्रदायक विद्या बुद्धि प्रदायक विद्या बुद्धि प्रदायक बोले गणपति भगवान की जय। भगवान सूर्य ओम श्री सूर्याय नमः ओम श्री सूर्याय नमः ओम श्री सूर्याय नमः ओम प्रभाकराय विद्महे दिवाकराय धीमहि तन्नो सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् ॐ आदित्याय विद्महे मार्तण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् ॐ अश्वध्वजाय विद्महे पद्महस्ताय धीमहि तन्नो सूर्यः प्रचोदयात् श्री सूर्याय नमः आदित्याय नमः श्री सूर्याय नमः आदित्याय नमः ॐ नमो भगवते श्री सूर्याय 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 नमः आदित्याय नमः श्री सूर्याय आदित्याय नमः दिवाकराय नमः
आदित्याय नमः दिवाकराय नमः
दिवाकराय नमः प्रभाकराय नमः
दिवाकराय नमः प्रभाकराय नमः
ॐ नमो भगवते श्री सूर्याय नमः नमो भगवते श्री सूर्याय श्रीसूर्याय नमः आदित्याय नमः आदित्याय नमः दिवाकराय नमः श्रीसूर्याय नमः आदित्याय नमः आदित्याय नमः दिवाकराय नमः। प्रेम से बोलो श्री सूर्य नारायण स्वामी की जय। Bhagwan Shri Krishna. Bhagwan Krishna, the word Krishna means, dark. And he is the one, incidentally, who can remove us from darkness. When we think of dark, we can think of something that cannot be tampered with. When something is dark, it's already deep. And so Bhagwan Shri Krishna is the one who removes that darkness from our life. Jo tu mitana chahe jivan ki trishna subah sham bol bande Krishna Krishna Krishna. If there is a desire in life to remove darkness from your life, then morning and evening, all the time, you should chant Krishna Krishna Krishna. We dedicate this time to Bhagwan Krishna. He is also called Madhuram, the one who is very sweet. In life, everything about us has to be sweet. Our words, our actions, the way we walk, the way we keep ourselves, it has to reflect sweetness, which means it brings some sense of joy to the people around us and even to the space that we live in. But most importantly, sweetness must be experienced by the self. This morning we bow to Bhagwan Krishna, seek his blessings on all of you. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansachanurmardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum Adharam Madhuram Vadanam Madhuram Nayanam Madhuram Hasitam Madhuram Adharam Madhuram Vadanam Madhuram Nayanam Madhuram Hasitam Hridayam Madhuram Gamanam Madhuram Madhuradhipaterakhilam Madhuram Madhuradhipaterakhilam Vachanam Madhuram Charitam Madhuram Vasanam Madhuram Valitam Madhuram Chalitam Madhuram Brahmitam Madhuram Madhuradhipaterakhilam Madhuram Madhuradhipaterakhilam Venu Madhuro Renu Madhurah Panir Madhurah Pado Madhuro Nrityam Madhuram Sakhyam Madhuram Madhuradhipaterakhilam Madhuram Madhuradhipaterakhilam Geetam Madhuram Pitam Madhuram Bhuktam Madhuram Suktam Madhuram Rupam Madhuram Tilakam Madhuram Madhuradhipaterakhilam Madhuram Madhuradhipaterakhilam Madhuradhipaterakhilam Madhuram Madhuradhipate रखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपते रखिलं मधुरम। बोले श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय। To Prabhu Ram, a human avatar of the Lord, don't confuse his human form with weakness. His level of living is beyond ours, but he came to show us that life is incomplete without struggles. Life is incomplete without tears. What's important though is how we react to life. Are we going to react to life though, or are we going to be responsive? Let us bow to Bhagwan Sri Ramchandra Bhagwan, the simplest of all forms, but in my mind, the one who has come to demonstrate, of course, how life should be lived. Om Shri Ram Shri Ram Shri Ram. Om Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedhase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha. Shri Ramchandra Kripalu Bhaj Man Haran Bhav Bhai Darunam Nav Kanjalochan Kanj Mukhkar Kanj Pad Kanjarunam. Shri Ram Shri Ram Shri Ram Kandarp Aganit
अमित छवि नव नीर नीर सुंदरम पद पीत मान उतरित रुचि सुनामि जनित सुदागरम.
Shri Ram Shri Ram
Shri Ram, Shri Ram,
Bhaju Deen Bandhu Dinesh Danav Daitya Vansani Kandanam Raghunand Anand Khand Koshal Chand Dashrath Nandanam. Shri Ram Shri Ram Shri Ram.
Shri Ram,
O Sir Mukut Kundal Tilak Charu Dariyam Vibhushanam Ajanu Bhuj Sar Chap Dhar Sangram Jit Kar Dushanam. Shri Ram Shri Ram Shri Ram Shri Ram. Iti vadati Tulsidas Shankar Shesh Muni Manoranjanam Mama Hridaya Kanjani Vas Kuru Kamadikal Dal Ganjanam. Shri Ram Shri Ram Shri Ram Shri Ram Shri Ram Shri Ram. प्रेम से बोलो सियापति रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। हनुमान जी महाराज। ओम हम हनुमते नमः। ओम हम हनुमते नमः। ओम हम हनुमते नमः। ॐ अतुलितबलधामं हेमशैलावदेहं धनुजवनकृशाणुं ज्ञानिनामृगगण्यं सकलगुणनिधानं वानराणामधीशं रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वातजातं नमामि। मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयोक्तमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शरणं प्रपद्ये। श्रीरामदूतं शरणं प्रपद्ये। वीरमारुति गम्भीरमारुति वीरमारुति गम्भीरमारुति वीरमारुति गम्भीरमारुति वीरमारुति गम्भीरमारुति वीरमारुति गम्भीरमारुति वीरमारुति गम्भीरमारुति दास मारुति रामदास मारुति ओ दास मारुति रामदास मारुति वीर मारुति गंभीर मारुति भक्त मारुति परम भक्त मारुति ओ भक्त मारुति परम भक्त मारुति वीर मारुति गंभीर मारुति वीर मारुति गंभीर मारुति ओ गंभीर मारुति भीर मारुति गंभीर मारुति गंभीर मारुति। बोले मापति महादेव की जय। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। Shivji Bhagwan, we have changed up our service structure a little bit. At this time, we usually bathe Shivji Bhagwan, Abhishekam, and so on. But we do that now early in the morning. If there's anyone who wants to join in the Abhishekam ceremony of Shivji, you have to come a little early in the morning, about 8:30. We chant the Rudram and we do the Abhishekam of the Lord, just like we do on Monday rather. And we're changing up these things to make it more practical for people when they come here. And a little change is good as well. So that is done in the mornings now. Shivji Bhagwan is dressed, the place is energized. So when you come, you see him in his full form. Nothing was wrong with the form before, we're just making some changes. At this point, we chant the Lingashtakam. We will change up a few chantings as well in the Sunday morning service to, I think we have advanced from the basic chants and we have gone into some more advanced. We have elevated from those simple chants and we have gone into things that are more advanced now. So let us chant the Lingashtakam. The Lingashtakam are 8 verses dedicated to the praises of the Linga. The Lingam is a very unique form of the Lord. The Lingam allows a devotee to create or to allow their devotion to manifest. Well, here's what I mean by that. When you allow your devotion to manifest, let's forget about the devotee for now. Let's go into an artist. An artist will paint an image, but they will not paint it based on something that is a picture already, or sometimes they do. But sometimes they create something from their mind. They're so dedicated to their work that they create an image from their mind of something. and they paint it. It's an expression of their talent and their devotion to their work. A carpenter or construction person, you will tell them what you want, maybe put it on drawings, but they express that on a building to show you. And when you see it, you're in most cases wowed about it. Similarly, a devotee of Shiva, the reason they worship the lingam is to express their bhakti, to express their devotion. And what I mean by that is, the lingam has no face, it's an ellipsoid. It has no face, it has no feet, it has no hands, no eyes, no nose, no mouth, no tikka, no clothing. The lingam is as it is, just simply a stone rested on a base, a yoni. Now, what makes it beautiful? It actually is beautiful without anything. In my opinion, the lingam looks more beautiful just by being like that. But the devotee expresses their devotion to the lingam. They visualize that the Lord wears, Ratne kalpitamasanam himajale. From the mind, the devotee thinks that I brought the Lord from the Himalayas, snanam cha divyambaram, and I've given the Lord bath. And we give the Lord a bath how we would want him to take a bath, with the ghee, with the honey, and so on. And then we offer the dhoti and the flowers and the chandan. And when you're finished with the Lord, it reflects your devotion. It reflects how you would express your devotion. So if you put the tripun, like the tikka of the Lord, this side, that side, twisted and, without any, thinking, think of how you would want to dress yourself, right? If you're putting on makeup on your face, I don't know, men or women, whoever wear makeup these days, if you're putting on makeup on your face, you wouldn't want it to be out of place, right? Most people, they take their time and do their eyebrows and eyelash, whatever it is that you do, and line up everything to make sure it looks presentable, right? Because that is the purpose, to help you, look a little different. That's the purpose of the Lord. Just like you take your time and you put the lines properly and you put the right powder properly or whatever properly, you have to do that with the Lord. It's an expression of your bhakti. And when it is done, it shows that, at least you don't say from your mind that you love God, because that's the saying that I love God from my mind. Well, lingam puja is to express what is in your mind. To express what's in your mind. What's in your mind? Does the Lord look twisted to you in your mind? Does the Lord look to you like his tripund on his head is slanted or is all sort of places? How does he look to you? If he looks well dressed, then that must be manifested in the form of the lingam. That is the beauty of the lingam puja. And what is more beautiful is that when others come and they see the beauty of the lingam, something or someone without hands and feet and a head and not like that, they are of course attracted to it. That is the beauty of our dharma, and that is the beauty of puja. That is the beauty of worship. So we're going to chant the Lingashtakam today. From next week we'll change up a few things, maybe the other week, how we chant and so. But it is all to get you in alignment with our dharma. What is the Lingashtakam says? Brahma Murari Surachita Lingam Nirmala Bhashita Shobhita Lingam. This lingam has been worshipped by Brahma himself. Nirmala Bhashita Shobhita Lingam. It is pure. Janma Jadukka Vinashaka Lingam Tat Pranamami Sadashiva Lingam. It removes births of sins and sorrows from your life. We are not only fetching the weight that we have accumulated in this life. You understand? This weight here, this body that we are carrying, this is the weight that we have accumulated in this life. But don't think that is all that you're carrying. There are stages in this body, right? There are stages in this life when we are very agile. Like a youthful person is very agile, or they should be. Now, what is a youth? A youth has nothing to do with age. You could be in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, your 60s, your 70s and 80s and be youthful, which means you're at the peak of civilization. You're at the peak of your life, right? So youth does not mean, sometimes the younger folks will come into this temple and asked, "What are you doing for the youths?" And I said, "Wow, why are you asking?" They said, "Because I'm a youth. And they can't walk fast from here to the door more than me." Right? So youth has to represent the peak of your living. If you're in your 40s and your 50s and you're at your peak, I mean you can move and walk and think and act and speak, right? Sometimes a youth will speak very dragging like that morning, "Ram, Ram, how are you? I'm okay. How are you? I'm okay." Like an old man, old lady. That's not youth. "What's up? You ever heard that one? What's up?" That's like dragging your speech. It's like you're tired and old. That's not youth. Youth is at the peak. If you're in your 40s and 50s and 60s and you're vibrant, walking around, that's youthfulness. Right? How does that come in? Janmaja dukkha vinashaka lingam. Worshipping the lingam destroys birth and birth of sorrows. So just like we're fetching this body or we're dragging this body along in this life that we have created, similarly we are dragging as well many sheets, many levels, many birth of sorrows we are dragging with us, and we don't know. Sometimes for no reason you're sad, right? The sun is shining, right? It's good, everything is okay, you have money, you have food, you have friends, you have community, but still you're sad, and you don't know why you're sad. No doctors can tell you why you're sad, no panditji can tell you why you're sad, but you're just sad. It's because janmaja dukkha vinashaka lingam. We're dragging with us many birth of sorrows, and similarly, for no reason, sometimes we're happy. It's snowing, traffic is there, countries closed down, but you're just happy. You're blissed out. Because as much as you're dragging many births of sorrows, you're also dragging many births of happiness with you. It's important to understand. What does the lingam do? Janmaja dukkha vinashaka lingam. By worshipping the Shiva lingam, you destroy many births of sorrows. The young mind that is very practical will want to ask, how is this even possible? That you can worship a stone, a lingam, and then happiness can be manifested to you. Well, 20 years ago, we were guessing, 20 years ago, we had to go to the village, to someone's home, to line up, to get a phone, to call our family back in America here, a dial phone. We never thought that you could pick up a piece of gadget in your hand and press a button any part of the world and go live and film like the professionals are doing. We never thought that one day we'd pick up a phone and call someone right away. Now the seniors in the villages all over in Guyana have a phone, right? Only 20 years ago, we were living in the impossible thinking that will never happen. What will happen? We never thought about it. Anyway, why are we questioning the Lord? You can worship a stone and that stone will be reactive to you. Of course it will be reactive to you. Of course it will be reactive to you because that is science. Water is never stable. Solid is never stable. They are always absorbing whatever is around them. That is the great power of Shiva lingam. And that is why, as a Hindu, I've always promoted puja. Meditation and then think they're okay, yoga, they're all nice. They're good for you. But do not ignore your pujas. Do not ignore your pujas. This is the foundation for everything. And to all of you who have a Shiva lingam in your home, or who have a murti in your home, don't confuse yourself too much with what the world is telling you about mind and all that. That's good. But this here is the foundation of all of that. So this morning, let us sing the Shivji Lingashtakam. For those of you who just came in and who are coming in and who just joined online, I'm saying we've changed up a little bit the routine of the Sunday morning service, which means that we no longer offer Abhishekam during the service. We do that before. The Rudram is read, and Bhuvan comes early with me now to chant the Rudram because he can do that. And we have the Divine Shakti. Please come on out early in the temple so we can have that done. Let us chant together. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. before that, we have to, of course, do our Durga chanting, Durga, Lakshmi, and Saraswati chanting, and then we'll start with our pujas. Om Dum Durgaya Namaha. Om Dum Durgaya Namaha. Om Dum Durgaya Namaha. Om Jayanti Mangala Kali Bhadrakali Kapalini Durga Kshama Shiva Dhatri Swaha Swadha Namostute Jai Tvam Devi Chamunde Jai Bhutarati Harni Jai Sarva Gate Devi Kalratri Namostute. Bole Durga Mata Ki Jai. Om Shri Mahalakshmi Namaha. Om Shri Mahalakshmi Namaha. Om Shri Mahalakshmi Namaha. Om Lakshmi Karotu Kalyanam Arogyam Sukha Sampadam Mama Shatru Vinashaya Deepa Jyotir Namostute. Namaste Astu Mahamaya Shri Pite Surpujite Shankha Chakra Gadahaste Mahalakshmi Namostute. Prem se bolo Sri Mahalakshmi Mata Ki Jai. Om Shri Saraswati Namaha. Om Shri Saraswati Namaha. Om Shri Saraswati Namaha. Ya Kundendu Tushar Hardhavala Ya Shubhra Vastravita Ya Veena Vardanda Mandit Kara Ya Shweta Padmasana Ya Brahma Chut Shamkara Prabhitibhir Deve Sada Vanditam Sa Mam Patu Saraswati Bhagavatim Nishesh Jadhyapaha. Prem se bolo Sri Saraswati Mata Ki Jai. Narayani Namostute. Narayani Namostute. Narayani Namostute. Narayani Narayani Namostute. Narayani Namostute.
Narayani Namostute. Narayani Namostute.
Oh Narayani Namostute. Narayani Namostute. Narayani Namostute. Narayani Namostute. Sarva Mangal Mangalye Shive Sarvat Sadhike. Sarva Mangal Mangalye Shive Sarvat Sadhike. शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते हे नारायणी नमोस्तुते नारायणी नमोस्तुते शंख चक्र गदा शंखा गृहीता परमायुधे शंख चक्र गदा शंखा गृहीता परमायुधे प्रसिद्ध वैष्णवी रूपे नारायणी नमोस्तुते हे नारायणी नमोस्तुते नारायणी नमोस्तुते नारायणी नमोस्तुते नारायणी नमोस्तुते। बोले जगदम्बिका माता की जय। ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय। वन्दे देवमुमापतिं सुरगुरुं वन्दे जगत्कारणं वन्दे पन्नगभूषणं मृगधरं वन्दे पशूनां पतिं वन्दे सूर्यशशाङ्कवाहननयनं वन्दे मुकुन्दप्रियं वन्दे भक्तजनाश्रयं च वरदं वन्दे शिवं शङ्करम् शान्तं पद्मासनस्थं शशिधरमुकुटं पञ्चवक्त्रं त्रिनेत्रं शूलं वज्रं च खड्गं परशुभभयदं दक्षिणाङ्गे महान्तं नागं पाशं च घण्टादमरुकसहितं चाकुशं वामभागे नानालङ्कारयुक्तं स्फटिकमणिनिभं पार्वतीशं नमामि। ओम नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय। भोले मापति महादेव की जय। ब्रह्म मुरारी सुराचितलिंगम निर्मल भाषित शोभितलिंगम ब्रह्म मुरारी सुराचितलिंगम निर्मल भाषित शोभितलिंगम जन्म जदुक विनाशकलिंगम जन्म जदुक विनाशकलिंगम तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिंगम तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिंगम देवमुनि प्रवराचितलिंगम कामदहम करुणाकरलिंगम रावणदर्प विनाशकलिंगम तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिंगम तत्प्रणमामि सदा। ओ सर्वसुगन्धसुलेपितलिंगं बुद्धिविवर्धनकारणलिंगं सिद्धसुरासुरवन्दितलिंगं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिंगं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिंगं। ओ कर्ण एकमहामणिभूषितलिङ्गम् फणिपतिवेष्टितशोभितलिङ्गम् ओ तत् प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् तत् प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् कुङ्कुमचन्दनलेपितलिङ्गम् पङ्कजहार सुशोभितलिङ्गम् सञ्चितपापविनाशकलिङ्गम् तत् प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् तत् प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् ओ देवगणार्चितसेवितलिङ्गम् भावैर्भक्तिभिरेव च लिङ्गम् दिनकरकोटिप्रभाकरलिङ्गम् तत् प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् तत् प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् अष्टदलोपरिवेशितलिङ्गम् सर्वसमुद्भवकारणलिङ्गम् अष्टदरिद्रविनाशकलिङ्गम् तत् प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् 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 बोलिए उमापति महादेव की जय नमः पार्वती पतये हर 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 महादेव शंभो. We will now the devotees, if you're coming for the first time, the devotees usually come on the altar with their flowers and their prasad and their dakshina and so on to offer. Please do that now. Just very important, another change we are making. If you have dakshina to offer, please offer your dakshina. Do not wait on Panditji or go after Panditji to sprinkle water on your dakshina. No. We can't serve like that anymore. Those things, you're giving from your heart, that's what matters. Put a flower and offer it. But the Panditjis will be there for your prasad and so on. Just put your dakshina wherever you want to, in a bowl and thing like that. It doesn't matter. You just put it right there and you can come. Now, bring your prasad up and you will come to Ma Parvati and Shivji at the middle here. And then you can walk around the altar at that point, clockwise like this. Thank you. While this is happening, we will have some bhajans and kirtans. All those who want to sing, please come on up next to the stage, and you'll be given a chance to. Thank you so much.
दया करो शिव गंगा
जय भोला बंदारी शिव हरे जय भोला बंदारी जय भोला बंदारी शिव हरे जय भोला बंदारी जय कैलाशपति शिव शंकर जय कैलाशपति शिव शंकर सब जग के हितकारी जय भोला बंदारी शिव हरे जय भोला बंदारी निस दिन तेरा ध्यान करे हम सिमरे मंत्र तिहारा हे शिव शंकर मंत्र जगावो होए घट उजियारा नमामि शंकर नमामि शंकर नमामि शंकर नमामि शंकर कृपा करो त्रिपुरारी जय भोला बंदारी शिव हरे जय भोला बंदारी शंखनाद से शब्द जगा कर स्वर संगीत बहाया युग युग से ये सृष्टि नाते हे सदम रूप जाया तेरी याद बुला के जग में तेरी याद बुला के जग में दुख पावे संसारी जय भोला बंदारी शिव हरे जय भोला बंदारी जय भोला बंदारी शिव हरे जय भोला बंदारी जय भोला बंदारी जय भोला बंदारी
उमापति महादेव की जय. Let's do a little meditation, everyone. If you're doing this for the first time, online or in the temples, just sit upright. Spine is very erect. You can practice this posture at home a few minutes a day and you'll get it right eventually. Spine is straight, fold feet, and palms rested on your knees with the thumb and index finger touching each other, facing upward. As you close your eyes, you can take an image of the divine, center of your forehead, and that is where all your thoughts will be channeled. Close your eyes. We start with some pranayam, deep breath through the nostril. Inhale and then exhale through your mouth, chanting Om. Begin. Om. महामृत्युंजय मंत्र। ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमेव वन्दना मृत्योर्मोक्षयमामृतात्। त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमेव वन्दना मृत्योर्मोक्षयमामृतात्। त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमेव वन्दना मृत्योर्मोक्षयमामृतात्। नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यंबकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालग्निरुद्राय नीलकण्ठाय मृत्युञ्जयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः। महादेवाय नमः। Close your eyes and just be steady for a few moments. Eyes closed. ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्। Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Please open your eyes. Bhole Umaapati Mahadev ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Ramachandraya Namaha. Shri Ram Shri Ram Ram Sita Ram 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 Sita Ram 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 Sita Ram 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 Sita Ram Ram Sita सारा जग है तेरा धाम, सारा जग है तेरा धाम, सारा जग है तेरा धाम,
जग है तेरा धाम।
ओ मेरे प्यारे राम, राम राम सीता राम, राम राम
सीता राम।
ओ राम राम सीता राम, राम
राम सीता राम।
तू ही राम तू ही श्याम,
तू ही राम तू ही श्याम।
ओ तू ही राम तू ही श्याम,
तू ही राम तू ही श्याम।
ओ मेरे प्यारे श्याम, राम राम सीता राम, राम राम
सीता राम।
ओ राम राम सीता राम, राम
राम सीता राम।
ओ राम राम सीता राम,
राम राम सीता
ओ
राम।
राम राम सीता राम, राम राम
सीता
ओ
राम।
राम राम सीता राम, राम राम सीता राम, ओ सीता राम सीता राम। बंदो संत असज्जन चरना, दुख प्रभु दुख प्रद अभय बीच कछु बरना. Balkand of Ramcharitmanas. बिचुरत एक प्राण हरि ले, मिलत एक दुख तारुण दे. Tulsidas ji is writing the Ramayana, and he's bowing to a whole bunch of different things. He bowed to the trees, he bowed to nature, he bows to the saints, he also bows to the good and the bad. And yes, there is such a thing called the good and the bad. Bandao Sant Asajjan Charana. Sant Asajjan. Sant means the good, Asajjan means the evil. I bow to the feet of the saints and the sinners. Why? Because both give pain, but with a difference. Both give pain, but with a difference. A sinner, a bad person, he says, give you pain. They speak to you bad. They speak to you with evil. They remind you of negativities. They are just a pike in your life. They are bad for you. He says they cause you pain. But how does a good person cause you pain as well? A good person cause you pain because just like the doctor wants to heal you, he has to cut inside of you. He has to cut inside of you to heal you, the physician, right? The surgeon. They have to cut inside of you to heal you. Similarly, the saints or the gurus or the teachers or just good people, they will tell you things in life that are not pleasant for your ears because you may not want to hear it. It may not be according to your whims and fancies, but it is good for you. You know the trick in food, right? All of you know this. What tastes bad is good for you, and what tastes good is bad for you, right? You know that saying. Try eating a salad without dressing. You know the whole thing. I don't have to tell you that. We all know what's good and bad. The thing is, do we choose to do what is good and neglect the bad? Because all of us think, just today. Tulsidas says, both the good and the bad, they cause pain, but different pain in your life. The good people will tell you that you're doing is wrong for you, and that will cause you pain because it will hurt your ego. And the bad will tell you what the bad tells you. You don't have to get into that. But he says, for the absence of the former, like the good and is like the pain of death, while the latter torture by their presence. The absence of the saint is like death. The absence of saint is like the pain of death, and the latter torture by their presence, former and latter. If the bad people will torture you, they don't have to tell you anything. Their presence alone will torture you. So he says, though born together in the world, their qualities are different, like the lotus and the leech. The good and the bad thus resemble nectar and intoxication. Drink. The deep ocean in the form of this world is their common parent. So he's talking, making that comparison. भल अल भल निज जिल कर तो तू लहत सुहस अपलोक विभूतु सुधा सुधा कर सुर सरि साधु गरल अनल कलिमल हरि व्याधु. He says, the good and the bad, according to their own deeds, gather a rich harvest of honor and dishonor. The good people will gather a bunch of honor in their life. Because goodness, my friends, there's not a lot of place for goodness in this world. You know that. There's not a lot of place for goodness in this world. Good people are outnumbered. They are just very little. When I say good, I mean not on a Sunday or Monday or a Friday. I mean every single day. To find a good people is very difficult in this life. That's why when you find a few good people, hold on to them. Hold on to them very tight and close because, you need good people around us. All the saints have talked about that. Good people gather harmony. They gather honor among them, while the wicked will gather dishonor Your presence of them, you will feel dishonored. They don't have to do anything, speak anything to you. You will feel dishonored being in their presence. The good are like the nectar of or the moon or Ganga. What is the moon or Ganga has to do with the good? Ganga, think about the Ganga. When the Ganga flows, you think the Ganga will discriminate who goes and bathe inside of her? Whether you're black, you're white, you're Asian, you're Caucasian, doesn't matter. Whether you're Hindu, you're Muslim, whatever religion you are, as long as you go and take bath in the Ganga, she just purifies you as she would purify the Hindu. She purifies you as she will purify her bhakta. And unknowingly, if you go into the Ganga and take a bath, the same will happen to you, because she does not discriminate. The moon, when the moon comes out and shines, Chandrama, the moon brightens the entire world and everyone who comes in contact with it. No discrimination. Wherever it is, it brightens. The good is compared to the moon and the Ganga, the nectar-like moon of Ganga and the moon. The harmful is compared to the poison of fire or the river of Karamashana. Right? Fire, that river, it's the opposite of Ganga. Think of it like that. Their merits and their merits are known to all. But whatever is to a man's taste seems good to it. Doha, this beautiful Doha tells us now about the tales of the vices. Tulsidas bows to everyone because it's important to bow to everyone. We look at that. Bhalo bhalahi pe lahe lahe nisachi hu nichu Rama lahe nicha ihu nichu Are bhalo bhalahi pe lahe lahe nisachi nichu Rama lahe nicha ihu nichu Sudha surahiya amarta Garal sarahiya michu Rama garal sarahiya michu Siyavar Ramchandra Pad jai sharanam Shankar Hari Om Jai Jai Siya Ram Shankar Hari Om Jai Jai Siya Ram Shankar Hari Om Jai Jai Siya Ram. Bhalo bhalai pe lahe, lahe nichai nichu. The good aim at the goodness, and the vile at vileness. Right? The good will aim at goodness, the vile at vileness. Nectar is praised for giving immortality. That is why we praise nectar. We don't have nectar today, physical nectar in this world. But if it was there, we would praise it for giving immortality to the people. Nectar is praised for immortality, and the poison for its deadly effects. The poison is praised for its deadly effects. Both of them have some sort of impact into people's life. One can lengthen your life, and the other can simply take your life away. Khal agh agun sadhu gun gah abhay apar udadi avgah Har khal agh agun sadhu gun gah ubhay apar udadi avgah Tehi te kachu gun दोष बखाने संग्रह त्यागना बिनु पहचाने तेहि ते कछु गुण दोष बखाने संग्रह त्यागना बिनु पहचाने भले हो पहुँच सब विधि उपजाए गणि गुण दोष दोष वे बुलाए कहि वेद इतिहास पुराना विधि प्रपंच गुण अवगुण साना श्री राम जय जय राम Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama. Khal ag aghun sadhu gun gaha. The tales of the sins and vices of the wicked and to the virtues of the good are like the boundless, unfathomable ocean. So only a few virtues and vices have been mentioned. Tulsidas Ji says, now people will ask, who has created good and who has created bad? Right? If God has created everything in this world, who has created good and who has created bad? This is a question we ask ourselves each and every single day. Right? Why would God allow someone to do something like that? This morning, I think we are all saddened, or this week we are all saddened by the atrocities that happened in America, where someone 18 years old, an 18-year-old boy, bought ammunitions and he went and senselessly murdered innocent children to the point where their parents could not recognize them. They had to do medical examination to confirm that that was their child, their dead child. The question is asked, right? Why would God allow something like that to happen? Because that's a bad thing. I don't know anyone who would say that's a good thing. Apology, why would God allow such? That's the only time when we question God, right? When all things are going well, promotion is happening, the world is growing, economy is growing, nobody ever questioned God for that. God, why is everything going right? Why am I looking so good? Why am I doing so good? Why am I feeling well? Why is the world elevating? But when something goes bad, we go and we say, God, why would God allow that to happen? Why would God allow that to happen? God is a very busy man, you know that, right? He's a very busy man. And that's a base level comment on the Lord. But God does not allow things to happen. God has made a human being the highest creature on this earth. What made us the highest creature on this earth, my people? Why are we treated so different than a dog? Actually, let me take back that. A dog is treated better than a human being today. I've seen people treat dogs better than they treat human beings. Right? Open door for the dog, drive the dog in the Benz, give the dog a bed. They don't give the parents a bed sometimes, but they give the dog a bed. The dog gets everything, name, birth certificate, and all that kind of thing. So, why is a human being treated better than other forms of life then? Right? Other forms of life. You don't arrest a cat, or you don't arrest, but you arrest whatever it is. Why are we treated differently? Because it was the desire of the Creator. Bade bhagya manush tan pava sur durlabh sab granth hi gava. It was the desire of the Creator that when He created this form, that this form would be the last form we will take in the human, in the cycle of birth and death. That among the 8,400,000 forms, this form would be the last one we take to end the cycle of birth and death. We were tired of being scorpion before. How many people did we sting? We were born as dogs before, as a wolf dog, as a little dog, all forms we took. 8,400,000 forms of life we went through to get this body. Aren't we tired? Aren't we tired? We are actually tired with the same body. How many of you jump up in the morning and wake up and say, yay, I gotta go to work, I'm so happy? Or, yeah, I got to go to school. Where's my books and my computer? How many do that? Right? Maybe a couple of days. And when Friday comes, how many of you say, yeah, TGIF? Thank God it's Friday. Why do we do that? Because we enjoy living life. You know, the reality is, we enjoy, out of 7 days of the week, we enjoy living 2 days of the week. We're so thankful. Weekend is coming up. I'm so happy. We're going to enjoy the Saturday and the Sunday, and we're going to suffer 5 days. People are not happy during the week. Don't call people during the week. They're not happy. Saturday and Sunday. That is why on a long weekend, Canadians go mad. Canadians go mad on a long week. Don't talk. There's no Monday, there's no God, there's no society on a long weekend. Leave me, because they get an extra day. You know why? It's not because we enjoy living this life. Aren't we tired? So the Lord made us, this human body, so that we can use it to elevate to a higher state. That is His expectation. And when He created us as the highest form of life, we have the faculties that an animal doesn't have. We know the difference between good and bad. If there's anyone in this audience here that tells me they don't know the difference between good and bad, you are lying. There is no in between, you don't know, you're ignorant and that. Your body tells you the difference between good and bad. The minute you're going to do something, your body tells you whether that thing is good or that thing is bad you're going to do. The minute you pick up the phone to call somebody, you know whether you're going to do something good or bad. Don't tell me you don't know what's the good difference between good and bad. The minute you're going to a place, you know the difference between good and bad. We all know the difference between good and bad. The expectation of the Creator is that this body will be used higher than the animals, because we can think differently. We can discriminate between good and bad, right? We know when we're going to do something wrong. The dog knows, when the dog is going to thief another dog's food, he thinks that is a good thing. We don't behave like that, hopefully. Coming back to the question, Panditji, why would God allow an 18-year-old boy to go and senselessly slaughter innocent children? Why would God allow that? I have the answer for you, my friends. God has not allowed that to happen. That's the only time when we ask something to God. Why, when something go wrong? Why did my dad have to die so early? Why did I have to lose a child so early? Because we only question God when losses happen. When gains come, we don't question. God did not allow that. He's a grown 18-year-old. One of the things we are blessed with as a human being is choice, is intelligence. We have to choose. This ability to choose. Animals are not like that. Animals, you train them. You tell them sit down, they sit down. Walk, walk. Talk, talk. Bark, bark. Climb, climb. That's how they do. You go and tell a bird whistle, the bird whistle. You tell a fish swim, the fish. We train them to do that kind of stuff, right? A human being has a higher level of intelligence where we can discriminate between good and bad. But if we don't use this faculty properly, then we are going to be left just like we were born. Without any development, without any intelligence, nothing. And then, when we are left like that, we have not sharpened our intelligence. We have not used our beautiful culture to culture ourselves. We have not gone to school to learn anything new. We have not learned from civilization. What happens? We'll be stuck in life. And when we're stuck in life, consequences like that will be there. God has not allowed that boy to do that. That's his choice. He chose to do that. He picked up the gun or the guns and he did that. Right? God did not allow that. He allowed himself to do that. Good and bad is a creation. It has been created. It is there. The Ramayana tells us, Dukh sukh papa punya dinarati sadhu asadhu sujati kujati. The world is created with good and bad. But what we have to do is use this human body, this birth, this blessing of creation to elevate ourselves each and every day. We do that on a material basis. We want to buy bigger houses and nicer things. But when it gets to the self, your true identity as a person, we fail to elevate ourselves every day. I'm going to get a little tough with this next comment, but so be it. Speaking about elevation, where are the Hindus? Do you know that pre-COVID, our mandir on a Sunday morning used to have about 200 people? Pre-COVID. This is not a Bhavani Shankar problem. This is every single mandir online program. You look at it. You know what the issue is? No attendance. This is probably the biggest attendance we have had in 2 years on a Sunday morning, by the way. Biggest attendance. All the temples they're not suffering, but they're experiencing the same thing. I wouldn't speak on their behalf, I'm speaking on our behalf. Where are the Hindus? Where are you? Temples are open, things are safe. COVID is something we have to live with. And if COVID is the exercise, why are all the chutney shows being sold out? By the Hindus. People don't like to hear this. They don't come back on Monday when you speak like this, but I have to speak about it. Because we have worked so hard to build a beautiful temple, and in the GTA there are so many beautiful temples here. Where are the Hindus? This is the time, this is the place we use to elevate ourselves, to come and experience something different. We have so many classes, so many programs online and in person. Where are the Hindus? We have been trapped into our lazy attitude to stay home on a Sunday morning and a Monday evening and a Friday evening, right? The services of the temple are here. But people have fallen into this lazy mode that they cannot come out back. You know, when the chutney shows come out, as soon as the chutney shows come out, within an hour, all the tickets are sold out for $60 a piece. And people will go there and they'll spend a lot more than that. Within an hour, a weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, chutney show are sold out. And who you think attend these things? Muslim people? Christian people? They ain't got time for that. The Hindus attend. And the temples are empty while the chutney shows are filled. The backyard parties are sold out. The barbecues are sold out. While the temples are empty. Where are the Hindus? And we're talking about elevation in life. We're talking about, but when we fall astray, why do we fall astray? Because places like this have kept people aligned. Temples have kept people aligned. Get out of this lazy mode. Come out back to your temple. Come and do your volunteering work here. The grass in the yard is growing so big now, you can think lions can live here. While people's yard are all very nicely groomed and taken care of. We have grown and fallen into a very lazy mode. Come out of it. Snap out of it. All of you looking online who live in the Brampton area here, if you come out, this temple doesn't have a place to take you. I'm talking about 2-3 minutes walking distance from the temple. If the Hindus walk, this place would, you have to line up to get in here. You know, if every Hindu around here alone, I'm not talking online, sponsor a Sunday morning service at a temple, you will have a 5-year waiting period. If we go in our books and check up how many members we have and say all of you sponsor a Sunday morning service once a year, donate $500 to prepare some bhojan, puja samagri, and so once a year, we will have a 5-year waiting period to do that. Hindus are relaxed now. You know, sunshine has come out. COVID has calmed down. We don't need God anymore. God has helped us. I'm a bit furious about this because it is ridiculous to see what our Hindu people are doing. If you take this wrong, I have no apology because there's a core group of people who sacrifice themselves for community in this place. And when things go wrong in our life, we run back to our religion and say, what wrong have we done? God has supported you, yes, for the past 2.5 years online. Online story done. Come on out to the temple. Get back into the mode of your Monday. You know, when I look back at the video, my memory, you know, your memories come up on Facebook a couple of years ago, 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. We are here 6 years now. The Monday evening Shivji pujas. 50, 60 people would come out, do Shivji Abhishek, and we have to get bags and bags of milk. Now we got to get bucket and bucket of water. Where are the people? What are you doing home? Get out. Come on back to your temple. I'm not going to be pleasant about it because I'm very passionate about life. I'm very passionate about living. I'm very passionate about what we do for our community. I've been there for you. You need to be there for the temple. Now, do you think this is a BSM problem? You have no idea. You have no idea what is going on. Take the bigger temples of the GT. You hop on their online program, see what's going on. This is a problem that we have. Guyana, don't even talk about it. They get 2 persons in a Sunday morning service, that's a lot. We are now trying to create satsangs in their, send people to do satsang to revive the place, because very soon temples will be forgotten about in Guyana. Nobody goes. America, you got to see what's going on there too. Where are the Hindus? Right? Where are you? Where are all the young people? This stage here used to be filled with young people sitting on a Sunday morning fighting to sing. Fighting to sing. They go home grumpy, they don't come back and so on because they don't get to sing. Where are they? You take my children away from the stage here, this temple collapse. Everybody's relaxed. COVID's done. God has helped us. We're all right, you know. Gotta go enjoy life now. We suffocate enough for 2 years. You have no idea what suffocation is. Right? So I'm going to end my katha on that note and remind you that on June 18th, we have our walkathon on this temple. I'd like to see all of you out that day. We have no paper to sign up because paper is old-fashioned. You can go on our website, bhawanishankarmandir.com/walk. I'll send the link out on Facebook, on Instagram, and put it out there so you can sign up to walk. You make it how you do it. You make a donation online. All you have to do is put your name, your phone number, your email, click submit, how many people are coming with you. June 18th at 8 a.m. It usually goes for about 2 hours. We have a path that we go. We walk together nicely, safely. It's outside. And we have a nice path that we walk together. And then what happens? You can come with us. We'll provide some snacks afterwards. And, you know, it's a good idea to raise some funds to do. We do this every year, except the last 2 years. So we have to restart that. So that's happening on the 18th of June. Then on the 26th of June, we have our annual Mahamrityunjay Havan, but only for 12 hours, from 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. That will be done outside. The form will be up soon for you to fill out. So we can have 4 families per session, which means in a 12-hour session, we can only accommodate 48 families. If you do check, if you got to accommodate 48 families, get your name in there when it happens. We have not fixed a price for this, although the income will be lesser. I hope you can donate generously. These are the quiet times. It's not festival times with the temple, so there's not a lot of income coming in. So we depend on your continuous support to make things happen for us. Thank you so much for those who are in the temple. It is so lovely to see you, and I hope you keep coming out to your temple. Tomorrow evening is Shivji Puja. The puja starts at 6 o'clock. If there's anyone who wants to be Shrota and so on for the sessions, please let us know. And Tuesday evening, we have Hanumanji Puja. Puja starts at 6 o'clock, followed by Chalisa at 7 o'clock. And then on Friday evenings, we have Puja. Pandit Suraj conducts that Puja. Durga Puja from 6 p.m. and he goes to 8 p.m. I hope to see all of you sometime at the temple. Come on out and be back in your temple. Aarti tayar hai, Panditji? Panditji, Aarti tayar? All right. Please, everybody, Let us stand for Arti. Oh, okay, okay. All right. We have a lot of people online, actually. We have our Facebook and YouTube. Oh, I didn't know yet. That's why I know you. I didn't want to interrupt you, but I just thought this. Please sit down for 2 minutes. We just have. No. Akash, get the mic there. We have, as you know, elections are coming up, and we have our liberal candidate here. She will tell you what she will do for the community.
Can I?
And
Am I okay to remove my mask?
she will tell you who she is and what she's doing for the community. Please listen to her.
Thank you so much. Namaste, everyone, and thank you, Padajia. That was actually very enlightening to be able to listen to you and talking about religion in general and how barbecues have become more important than religion, unfortunately. And the same goes for policies and politics. And my name is Harinder Mali. I'm your Ontario Liberal candidate from Brampton North. Just a little bit about myself. I won't take up too much of your time because I know everybody is waiting for Aarti. So I've had the opportunity to serve this very community as a school board trustee in 2010 to 2014. I've also served as an MPP at Queen's Park from 2014 to 2018, as well as the minister responsible for the status of women in Ontario. About my background, I've studied policy and governance from Ryerson University. As well, I have an MBA from the Rotman School of Management. I've worked in the not-for-profit sector, serving our community, the most vulnerable people in our communities, and that's why I want to continue to serve in a different capacity. This is an important election. I see many of you here with your children, and we've seen in the last 2.5 years that education needs investment. In the last 2.5 years, our kids have been online and they have suffered. This is very important to me. I'm very passionate about this because when we look at our young children who had to be on school online, they didn't get that full learning experience. They didn't get the capacity to do what they should be able to do. And that's why, if elected, I would be advocating for 20 students per classroom. No more than 20 right from the start. We'd also be advocating for an optional grade 13 for our high school students so that they could pursue their post-secondary education. Being online for 2 years was not helpful for them. They need that extra year. They don't all need it, but there's people that do need it, and we need to be setting our students up for success. The second most crucial part of this election is healthcare. We have seen that Brampton needs a hospital. Brampton has one hospital and a second healthcare facility. Brampton needs a second hospital. And it needs a third hospital. There's no doubt about it. But we also need to show respect to our frontline healthcare workers who've put their lives on the line for us in the last 2.5 years. We know that there's many nurses fleeing from the profession after what they have seen, and we want to be able to support them and provide them with the incentives. On that note, we know that all of us come from immigrant families. My parents immigrated here 46 years ago, and we all come from immigrant families. We know how important it is for people to be able to have their foreign credentials recognized. We have the capacity right here to have more doctors, to have more healthcare workers, and to have more nurses. We need to give them that opportunity to get into the hospitals. And the third and most important thing to many, many people today is the cost of living. Affordability. We need to build pillars of affordability to make life more affordable for Ontarians. It's been difficult. The past 2.5 years have been difficult. The housing market has gone crazy. The price of gas has gone skyrocketed. The price of food has skyrocketed. And it's making it more and more difficult for Ontarians to survive every day. That's why, and our party is committed to making things more affordable in many different pillars, whether it be prepared foods, whether it be transit for those traveling to Toronto to go to work. Right now, if you're going on the GO train, you're spending quite a bit. You're almost $260 a month to go on the GO train. With an Ontario Liberal government, we would be spending $60 a month, and that's putting real money back in your pockets. When we look at the housing market, we are committed to building 1.5 million new homes over the next 10 years. And when we look at climate change is a reality. We want to leave a better future for our kids and a better place for our children to grow up. We saw the impacts of climate change right here in Brampton a week and a half ago when that storm hit. We saw trees down, we saw high winds, we saw a storm. If we don't start paying attention to climate change now, our kids won't have the same opportunities that we have in this beautiful earth. So these are the things that are important to me as somebody who has elderly parents at home, as somebody that's got a young nephew at home who's 5 years old and been through the education system. So for all the mothers here, I know how difficult it was balancing one laptop on one hip and the other laptop on the other, trying to get these kids to sit down and do their work. We need to support all of these things. We need to and lastly, of course, our seniors. Our seniors have come here and helped build this country. Immigrants built this country, and we need to give them back the dignity and respect that they deserve. Our seniors don't like to go to long-term care facilities. They like to be able to age in their homes, and we like to support seniors to be able to age in their homes, and that's why Ontario Liberals are committed to providing the supports to have that in-home care. So when we look at in-home care, we want to be able to help caregivers, financially support caregivers, provide them with what they need, and provide seniors with services they need in the home so they can continue to age with respect and dignity in their homes. I urge you today in Brampton North, it's a very, very close election, but we can win this and we can stop what's happening now. So if you have friends or family or anybody you know in Brampton North, please let them know. Vote. Please vote. It's our given right to vote. So please get out there and vote for one. That's very, very important. But please vote Harinder Mali, Brampton North, for somebody that you can, proven leadership and a track record of delivery. I thank you so much for your time on this Sunday morning, and I hope that I can count on your support. Thank you so very much. Namaste.
Thank you very much for visiting us this morning. And it's all in the hands of the people, of course. Please go out and vote, of course, and vote for a candidate who you think or you know will make a difference in your life. Thank you for coming this morning, Raminder. Appreciate that. All right, please stand everyone for Aarti. Yauni kani cha papani janamandar kritani cha Tani sarvani nashyantu pradakshinam pade pade.
Om Jai Jagdish Hare Swami Jai Jagdish Hare Jai Jagdish Hare Swami Jai Jagdish Hare Bhakt Jano ke sangat das jano
शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभांगं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिविरध्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णुं भवभयहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथं त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव। सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनां सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वर गुरुसाक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। बोले गणपति भगवान की जय, गुरु महाराज की जय, नवग्रह देवता की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, सिया भज रामचंद्र की जय, राधा कृष्ण भगवान की जय, लक्ष्मी नारायण भगवान की जय, बालकृष्ण लाल की जय, गंगा मैया की जय, यमुना मैया की जय, नव दुर्गा माता की जय, सत्यनारायण स्वामी की जय, सूर्य नारायण स्वामी की जय, श्री महालक्ष्मी माता की जय, सरस्वती माता की जय। जयकारा शेर वालिदा बोल साचे दरबार की जय। नमः पार्वती पतये हर 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 महादेव शंभो। सत्य सनातन धर्म की सबको ये जय जय सीताराम। Please, Aarti will be coming around and prasad will be given at the door. Thank you all for coming this morning. Have a blessed day, everyone.